involved in riots.
All right, Shalom, I praise you, how Basham Yahshua, Basham God Kadash. The what honors to the apostles, salute you, bros, teaching the word in sincerity and in truth, yeah. What I got here is a video. Pretty much everything that's going on right now, yeah, is all planned because we know that there's a term called order ab chaos, yeah, and pretty much chaos is what's going to bring in the order, the martial law, troops, which is already hinting on the surveillance, digital IDs, surveillance, facial recognition, which they're talking about and using. And I've had all these arrests that they've already done. Pretty much for a week, the UK has been in chaos, yeah. Pretty much a race riot's going on right now, between Elam, Pakistanis and that. And, people of England, of whatever lineages, whether Edomites and that, or whether you can have Irish, Scottish, with the Irish and Scottish Jakes are involved in all that. So, on another thing, Jake, Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and that, they're kind of like not in this at the moment, but they've kind of been brought in it because one of the Jake got jumped and that. So that's what's going on at the moment. And it's all over, as we know, the illegal immigration stuff. And it gets more a bit complicated than that. But as it stands, which I was trying to do a live today. I'm banned off the other channel because we was talking about it at the camp. So they've decided to delete this camp's video, and now I'm on this channel. And this is how much right now the heat is on, because all over since like last week, prime locations, there's been attacks, police stations set on fire, police officers injured, and that. Now they got, this is going to be in this video. People are going to be getting their heads kicked in. People are getting arrested, and now they're saying charging people with terrorism, which we was going into camp out. They've already was calling Muslims terrorists. Now they've been able to say, well, you know what, you English people and that, citizens, yeah, are terrorists. So that term is getting broad to include a lot of people. And like I said, there's a lot of different things to tackle with this, because we've got Shills involved in this and stuff like that, which I will be breaking down, Lord willing. So look, what I'm going to do here is play this clip, and this is going to be enough short video because so much going on with this. I just want to put out short videos so you can focus on a particular point at a time. So let's play this.
And disorder have been warned that they will face the full force of the law. Some have claimed that those involved in protests are simply ordinary residents voicing their concerns. It's a claim that Rohit has been investigating in some detail. Talk us through what you've uncovered, Rohit.
Well, what we've heard, Julie, from a lot of the far-right figures is that these protests that we've been seeing over the last week are not about extremists. They're about ordinary people just having their say. Here's an example, and it's not the only one, from the man known as Tommy Robinson yesterday, a post accusing Keir Starmer of trying to use legitimate concerns to tarnish millions of people as far-right thugs. It was in Southport last Tuesday where this week of violence began, and tonight we can reveal suspicions that among the hundreds who attended that protest, which became a riot, was this man, a 30-year-old from Merseyside. He's a convicted neo-Nazi, jailed in 2018 for membership of National Action, the terror group. You might remember they were outlawed for celebrating the murder of the MP Joe Cox. Now, Hankinson's extremism, his membership of a terrorist organisation, his alleged presence on the streets last Tuesday in the early hours of this wave of violence seems to challenge that narrative about extremists not being involved. And we have more evidence too. We've been looking through the day at Telegram, the messaging app, and right there in front of our eyes, we've been watching plans being formulated, amended. One group, which we're not going to name, shared dates and locations for demos this Wednesday. Immigration accommodation, law firms which represent asylum seekers. Once again, clear evidence of groups and individuals who go far beyond that definition of the everyday man, the concerned citizen. In fact, two of the users who run this group are also members of this group. Familiar to us because this is the same Nordic white supremacist chat ITV News investigated last year because it was tied to Russian neo-Nazis fighting in Ukraine. A clear link here to organized white supremacy. Just today, one of those admins posted details of protests planned with the message, spread this as far and wide as you can on all platforms, adding, Wednesday needs to be a fire burning so bright they will see the flames from space.
No, that happens to be tomorrow. I mean, it's almost 12 o'clock over here now, so tomorrow will be in a couple of minutes. But, I want to kind of tackle certain things with all this. But there's a lot of attacks that have been happening in the UK from, there's been a lot of false flags, meaning you get government, whether the MI5, the MI6 or whatever, will set up, they've got an MK Ultra program and they've got different things. There's sometimes they do false flags that it didn't even happen. You get crisis actors and all of that. But then you get ones where the person that they use to do it, they give him a buzzword and he just goes on a mad one. I think there's a couple of movies that show you that. Now, I forget those movies, but we chop it up about Brother's Reason about that and stuff like that. I've got one movie in my mind, but I don't want to say it because if it's got nothing to do with that, I don't know if I should give him it might have nothing to do with it, but I'm just going to say it because it might, if it does. I'm thinking the Manchurian Candidate, but then I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch that movie anyway. But then you're gonna have false flags, because for ages they've had this stuff going on where they've had people trying to run into houses of Parliament and that. Then it comes out and sometimes it's Jake, and this is why. Well, this thing that just happened here, where this, they were thinking that it was some Pakistani from this and that. Then it turned out it was some, dude from Africa and all that. But his parents were born, he was born here and he was in Shills and all that. And all this. So what's happening is a lot of sensitive things are happening. And that's why this is kicked off like this. Now, and I could go more into that. Now on the other side, because according to the left versus the right and all that, which all those terms that they use, the left and the right, man, they're all like government terms as well. But now on this other side, you've got the whole thing going on with, now they're saying they got terrorist groups in this, as we've just listened, in this, and then they're putting things like this Wednesday, needs to be fire burning so bright they will see the flames from space. Now, what they've done, and I've been watching the news, they've put out there there's a whole list of towns tomorrow where they're going to be at, all over the country, and they're saying they're going to target immigration centres and that. So this is all what's going on, yeah. So pretty much, let me get a scripture right on this. And this is what we've been talking about. Let's read this. 2 Esdras 9, and I'll get right to the point. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and uproars of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. So these are uproars of people, and uproars have been going on for a while now, showing you that we're in the end times. All types of protests. One major one I remember was in France, and the dude got his hand shot off or something. Anti-government protest. Then you get all this you got the borders being infiltrated. Well, actually, it's a planned thing, because you got all, and this is what I'm gonna go. You got all Elon Musk and all these individuals, and all these Alex Jones. All of a sudden, Elon Musk is supposed to be some freedom fighter and all that. This is all fanning the flames of this fire. They were all fanning the flames of this fire. There's a lot of people involved in this. Everybody's there. So, and when you look at it, there's a lot going on all over the world. But right now, as we speak, yeah,
when
the UK is like the children of men. It's gonna be like the children of men full on. But it's chaos. It's leading to that. The Children of Men, it's a damn good film. And we always say that this is going to be like the Children of Men out here. And so, like I said, I can talk a lot more on this. But what I want to do is keep this on particular points until I can do that live.
There needs to be a fire burning so bright they will see the flames from space. That was the message. What sounds like incitement. And the other admin we mentioned shared instructions on ways to commit acts of arson, the incendiary materials to use, how to evade capture, and counter-surveillance techniques too. It's all right there. So, Julie, those are some of the figures trying to encourage that further violence, and we're going to keep trying to work out who else is behind this.
Okay,
By the way, I'm going to name this video, I think I name it, The UK is Going Off Right Now. Spies, Shills and Riots. Now, what I will do is do a part 2 to this video to go into a lot of these shills. Like there's individual, I'll just touch on it right now. There's an individual that's called the Tommy Robinson, yeah. And that geezer, his organisation, that geezer's paid off by Amalek, by the small hats, you know what I'm talking about. His organisation was a defence for them, for those people. And he changed the name and then it got disbanded. But there's videos, pictures with him. They're hard to get. Him chilling in rooms with him. He's got his arms around him and he's paid off. And now he's not even, when all this is popping off, he's not even here. Now they're saying it's because he's got warrants on his arrest and he's had this and that going on. But it's convenient as well, because then that makes it easier for them to start saying, well, calling people a terrorist. So this term's getting broadened. And they've already done videos on facial recognition. Oh, by the way, they said they're introducing an army-style police force to deal with this. So they've got a special police force now, because the other police has been getting their heads smashed in. So they set up a special police force units. We're going to see what they are. And they said they had 400 arrest people who all been in court and all that. And the jails are full as there is anyway. So another thing they were saying is just they're letting people out for mad crimes already, just to put them. So there's a lot going on. It's almost like Batman and Bane and that, you know. And this has been going on for a week, and you know, tomorrow it's going to even pop off even more. There's all over the country. There's a whole big, which is, you know, so we're going to see what happens. And like I said, according to the scriptures, there was going to be uproars of the people. And that's a sign of the end times. I read it here. For like as all that is made in the world have a beginning and an end, and the end is manifest. So this is things to look out for. Well, this is it. And through that, they're gonna push, like I did in the other videos, the major prophecies of surveillance and chipping everybody, the ultimate test, Jacob's trouble, or that martial law. You know what I'm saying?
Behind this.
Okay, it's pretty disturbing stuff, Rohit, for the moment. Thank you very much indeed for that.
And there's all sorts of little other things going on. Where you're finding out that certain news representatives, your interviews on what she's a small hat, and she's like the head of the security defense, and you just thought he was just a nobody. So even the news is all in it. I mean, come on, man, this is going down. So anyway, like I said, my other channel suspended for a couple of weeks, so I'll be uploading here, and the camp will be on this one as well, and you know, they don't really want you talking about certain stuff. But it is what it is. With that, I'm going to say, Shalom.